It's week 4 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Mike Evans. He got to the century mark in receiving last week with a pair of scores. It's the Bucs and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are.
The Buccaneers defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And he had a great game a week ago. Just about everybody on this unit did in the shutout. It's going to be a tough performance to replicate. But this group, they believe they're up to the challenge.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They run it again with Williams. And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Bucs defense getting ready for this next possession. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a 1st down. Smith in motion right. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Carr now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
The Tampa Bay defense back onto the field. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Now! 180! 180, we're good, we're good!
Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
There's Chris Olave.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Carr going to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit.
And the Bucs defense getting ready for this next possession. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing now is Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now!
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
The Tampa Bay defense back onto the field. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded it. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
The Bucs defense getting ready for this next possession. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down, here's Carr.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Tampa Bay defense back onto the field. They'll see what they can do in trying to force a stop as this drive starts 1st and 10.
Now! 180! 180, we're good, we're good!
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And the Bucs defense getting ready for this next possession. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago, so this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
What?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bucs, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.